Welcome to Private 1977 channel. Subscribe to the channel. And don't miss the hottest news of the day. Our news today includes the following content. Hey everyone! Welcome back to your favorite spot for the juiciest drama, breaking entertainment news, and stories you won't find anywhere else. If you love staying ahead of the buzz, hit that subscribe button and let's dive right in, because today's headline is rocking the world of Chinese entertainment. The spotlight has landed on actress Xiao and singer Liuyuning, but not for the reasons fans expected. What began as whispers has now exploded into a full-blown controversy, and this time, the source of the rumor makes it impossible to brush off. The accusation that shocked fans. This wasn't just idle gossip floating around on fan forums. No, the claim came directly from Xiaolusi's own agency. In a stunning move, they alleged that Liuyuning was romantically involved with Lucy's manager. A bizarre accusation? Absolutely. But it also felt strategic. In an industry where rumors fly daily, the shock wasn't the romance angle itself, it was the fact that the agency fired the first shot. For many observers, it didn't look like an honest revelation, but more like the opening move in a power struggle. Fans were quick to pick up on the undertones. Was the agency trying to undermine Xiao just as she was stepping into her own spotlight? And why drag Liuyuning into the crossfire? Was his rising stardom making him too influential to ignore? A career on the rise, interrupted. The timing couldn't have been more suspicious. Xiao had been building momentum, winning critical praise, and cultivating a loyal fan base. She was beginning to break free, carving her own identity beyond agency control. And then, this. A controversy that felt less like an exposé and more like a calculated attempt to destabilize her. For fans, the move stung. The very people who should have been supporting her appeared to be turning against her. It wasn't just a scandal anymore, it was a betrayal. Breaking the silence. What made this saga unforgettable wasn't the accusation itself, but how Xiao chose to respond. In an industry where silence is often enforced, where PR-crafted statements are the norm, she did something rare. She spoke for herself. Her words weren't rushed, defensive, or vague. Instead, she delivered a statement that was measured, calm, but unshakably firm. She didn't dwell on the scandal's messy details. Instead, she reclaimed her story. She reminded everyone that she is not a pawn in someone else's game. She is an individual with dignity, boundaries, and the strength to stand tall even when the system turns against her. From scandal to empowerment. And that's when the narrative shifted. What started as a smear campaign transformed into a powerful story of resilience. Fans no longer saw her as simply an actress caught in rumors, they saw her as a woman who refused to be silenced. Her response became more than a rebuttal. It became a symbol. For her fans, it was pride. For her critics, it was respect. For countless others, it was a reminder of something universal, the fight for self-respect and autonomy. Xiaolusi's courage may have started as damage control, but it ended as a declaration of independence. And in doing so, she didn't just protect her career, she redefined it. In a world that so often asks women to be quiet, compliant, and invisible, what lingers in the memory is not the accusation itself but the way Xiaolusi carried herself in its aftermath. She refused to shrink under the weight of speculation, and in doing so she transformed a moment designed to weaken her into one that made her stronger. Her voice, clear and unshaken, reminded everyone watching that there is power in speaking up, and that sometimes the most important victory is not over an opponent but over the fear that seeks to silence you. When the accusation was first made public, many asked not only whether it was true but why it had been voiced in the first place. In an industry as complex and layered as Chinese entertainment, nothing is ever simple, and this incident quickly grew beyond the boundaries of a rumor about two individuals to some the agency's decision to accuse Liuyuning of a personal relationship with Xiaolusi's manager appeared calculated. Less a matter of truth and more a demonstration of control. It was as though the agency wanted to remind everyone, including Xiaolusi herself, that they could shape the story at will, turning attention away from her achievements and towards speculation they alone had ignited. But the situation is not only about authority and control. From another perspective, it reflects a deeper shift within the industry. Liuyuning is a performer whose popularity has grown rapidly, propelled not only by his music but also by his authenticity and connection with fans. His rise challenges traditional power structures where agencies and production companies once held near total control over how artists were perceived and promoted, and dragging his name into the controversy. Critics argue the agency may have sought to destabilize him, to blur his reputation with scandal before his influence grew even stronger. It is difficult not to see the echoes of a system where the success of individuals can threaten the dominance of institutions, and where rumors become weapons to restore balance. For Xiaolusi, the accusation raised another layer of complexity. As an actress who has worked tirelessly to carve out her place, the story was not only unfair but also deeply personal. Being linked to a rumor constructed by her own representatives was more than a betrayal, it was a warning. It carried an unspoken message that her independence, her decisions, and even her personal dignity could be subject to manipulation whenever it suited those in power. This is why her choice to speak out resonated so strongly. In breaking her silence, she challenged not only the accusation but the very idea that an artist's voice could be owned or silenced by the people paid to represent them. Observers from both inside and outside the industry have pointed to the wider implications of this moment. It has become a spark for conversations about the rights of artists, especially women, to protect their narratives from being twisted by the organizations meant to support them. It has also highlighted the fragile balance between trust and exploitation that often defines the relationship between agencies and their talent. These conversations, though painful, are vital because they force both fans and professionals alike to confront the question of whose interests are truly being served in the entertainment industry. Perhaps what is most striking is how audiences across cultures have responded. They are not simply debating the rumor itself, they are asking why such a rumor existed at all. In their questions lies a collective demand for transparency, fairness, and accountability, values that transcend borders and speak to something larger than celebrity drama. This controversy, born out of suspicion and power play, has unexpectedly given rise to a dialogue about freedom, respect, and the courage required to resist systems that thrive on silence. What's truly inspiring here is how this incident has united fans across China, Korea, Japan, Southeast Asia, and even Western countries. Audiences are not just gossiping, they're rallying, they're talking about freedom, fairness, and respect. It's no longer only about a dating rumor, it's about how we as viewers support artists who dare to speak up. This drama, in many ways, has transformed into a lesson in resilience and solidarity. So, what do you think? Was this accusation just another agency power play or a turning point in zhaolusi's career? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear your perspective, and if you want more stories that go beyond the surface of celebrity news, bringing you the drama, the emotions, and the truths that matter, make sure to subscribe. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to stay tuned, because in the world of C entertainment, the next twist is always just around the corner. What do you think about this? This concludes our new section. Welcome to leave your thoughts in the comments area. Let's discuss it together. Welcome, don't forget to give me a like and follow. Thank for all.